Okay, I think what's on for today is going to try to tackle some of the gas tank stuff. Not feeling it today. Sore. Long weekend. Doing a bunch of other stuff, but got to move forward. It's not going to build itself. And also probably going to show the Kleiner Mod for the jacking plates that go in the rear. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go with the bumper overriders for the rear yet. I haven't ordered anything. I just have the factory 5 jacking plates. I kind of like that look. I'm not going to go with a full-on bumper just because I think it's, in my opinion, for me, I don't like it. But anyways, we will get started on that process. Fuel tank and the Kleiner mods. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is basically, I guess, what's called the Kleiner mod. Credit to, I'm assuming some guy named Kleiner on one of the forums. But anyways, this is where the hardware goes, and the problem that happens is the bolt runs like all the way through. It's super long. I guess you could put it in the other way so the bolt runs this way and you shouldn't have a problem with it. Just trying to fit the nut on here on the back side, I guess it becomes kind of a pain in the butt. But if you run the long bolt in this way, once the tank is in, you can't get the hardware out should you ever have to get it out. And you don't install this stuff until the tank, which is basically the next step. So you'd basically install the tank, and then everything is essentially, to get that bolt in, at least feeding it in this way, you'd have to drop the tank again. I don't know if you can run the bolt in this way and run the nut on the back side. I don't know. Haven't gotten to that step yet, but I kind of like the mod, so we're going to go ahead and do it. So basically, the bolt would go in through here, and then you can just use a spacer. But I think what I'm going to do is to lock this piece in, I'm going to run a nut and then this threaded spacer on it, and then that just stays there. That way I could run in through this side to attach everything. But that's basically the mod we're going to do. Kind of what it looks like there. I'll get some of the threaded rod. And then basically threaded rod in there. Add some like other couplers that are not threaded to hide this or whatever in the trunk area or on the outside, and it should look really nice. something I changed out too. So this is the seal that comes with the Factory 5 kit for the filler. A lot of people recommend going with a different one. This is the Ford part, OEM Ford part for the gas tank. So part number for that part is right here. Let's zoom in so you can get it. Kind of see that? And everyone says that this gasket is a lot better than the Factory 5 one. Quick comparison, I mean, they look really similar, but I'll do some measurements when I'm getting ready to install this to see if there's any difference or anything. But if anything, I'll have a spare of one. But this is the fuel pump that I'm going to be going with on this fuel tank install. Inline tank capable of delivering enough fuel for the horsepower needs that I'll be running on my engine, which is a lot. It's an Aeromotive. I'll put the part number and stuff in the description. And that's it right there. You get some bigger AN fittings for the top so that I could supply plenty of fuel for my demands. One thing I'm also doing is, like on stuff in the build manual, when I come across something that I'm doing different or going with a different part number, I'm also documenting it in the manual itself, because I'm going to keep this for as long as the car goes. And if for some unfortunate thing way down the road I decide to sell the car, the new owner gets this stuff too. All the documentation that I'll have. But let's get this bad boy in there. So I put the bigger AN fittings in there. And I'll kind of do a comparison of the pump. With the mechanical pump. So that is the pump you get from Factory 5, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not going to supply me nearly enough power or enough fuel. I mean, look at the size of these lines. That's freaking small. I believe this is the return side, but it's just small. I think it's 3/16, and I think I need a 1/2 inch. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to check because I have it written down. But I need significantly bigger. But anyways, this is the inline setup. So the fuel pump will be in the tank, so it should be quieter, which I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot, because when this car is running, it's going to be bone rattling loud, and there's no way in hell that you'll be able to hear this and with the engine running at all. But anyways, we will work on getting this installed. So the fuel tank is mostly in, just some minor tweaks to button it all down, and then it'll be done. But this is what it is so far. So got longer screws for both sides. That might change a little bit. Had to bend this seam right here down so they could rest up against the stop there on the frame. Also here it was bent a little bit, so bent that down. And over here, and you can see how cockeyed that is. I don't think it matters. This one here won't bend, but this will bend to accommodate, no problem. But We have a fuel tank